My head in the clouds, I don't know where we go. I feel like it's changed, love.
Hello and welcome back. Now, this is the last section of this course, the future perfect progressive. 2 actions in the future, 1 action or 1 future action happening before a second future action. The second future action interrupting the first future action. Now, if you understood the past perfect progressive, then it will be easy to understand the future perfect progressive because they are almost identical. They're almost the same, except that the past perfect progressive, 2 actions in the past that are related. The future perfect progressive, 2 actions in the future that are related. And they are related because the second future action interrupts the first future action. For example, I will have been reading my book for 30 minutes when you arrive tonight. In other words, when you arrive at 8 o'clock, I will have been reading my book for 30 minutes. So I started to read my book at 7:30. I was reading my book for 30 minutes. Then you arrived and I stopped reading my book. So your arrival at 8 o'clock interrupted my reading, which was good. Renata, how long will you have been reading that book for by the time I arrive home tonight?
I will have been reading this book for 45 minutes by the time you arrive home tonight.
Renata, how long will you have been speaking English for by next December?
I will have been speaking English for 10 years by December.
Renata, how long will you have been living in the UK by the time we buy our first house?
I will have been living in the UK for 2 years by the time we buy our first house.
So there's just one more point I'd like to make about the future perfect progressive. So if you look at the example below here, which is the one that Renata gave us last, the future perfect progressive, the second verb, the second future action, the interrupting action, is in the simple present. So as Renata said, I will have been living, future perfect progressive, in the UK for 2 years by the time we buy, simple present, our first house. I know it seems a little strange to have a simple present verb in a future tense, but that's the rule. So, and if you go back and study the other examples we used in this video, you'll see that the second verb, the interrupting verb, is always in the simple present. Okay, and that's it. That's it for the course. So I hope you enjoyed the course. Look out for further courses that I have on Udemy and future courses that I will be making. This course, of course, was actually made for beginners, for intermediate, and for more advanced speakers. But I think the first half of this course will be more suitable for the beginner, and the second half, the perfect tenses and the future perfect progressive tenses, are more suitable for the intermediate and advanced. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. And thank you very much for buying it. Hope to see you next time. Okay, goodbye.
My head in the clouds, I don't know where we go. I feel like it's changed, love. I'm losing my mind, feeling like feeling. If you crush on me, you need to know my story. But don't get too close to me, cause I need my fantasy. Here I am, falling down, crashing down, and I feel like I don't need you. Here I am, falling down, deep inside, and I feel like I don't need you.